What's up, Karina? You know who this is. I'm about to, disagree with you on the tax hike. Actually, it's more about economic and social justice. And unfortunately, very few people actually want to see it or want to believe that it's actually, what it's about. But in actuality, it's basically what it's about. It's about, Obama seeing rich people um, as evil because one, they're rich, and that they should be, as he put it, pretty blatantly during his campaign trade, that his campaign tour was that he just wanted to spread the wealth, and he's actually trying to do that. He is trying to spread the wealth. He thinks that because you're rich, you should pay more, but the rich already do pay more. They pay. They are the top tax percentage paying people. Um, People are always talking about how the rich have this and the rich have that, and it's got nothing to do with that. It has to do with the rich being evil, and that him trying to get us to believe that rich should have to pay more than what they're already paying. And you know the only reason why I believe Obama was elected, it had nothing to do with any type of skills or anything he has to be a president, because honestly right now he just doesn't, he's not doing anything for our nation at all. And I get tired of hearing people talking about, oh well, he's inherited Bush's tax. You know what, I don't care about that, because it's not Bush, it's Obama. He's been in it for 2 years. What has he done? Nothing. Gas prices are still going up. What's being done about it? Nothing. But it's okay though, because we're going to get a tax hike, and we're going to raise that deficit ceiling, so that it can, curb down that awful spending that's, going to save us. Um, so far, I haven't seen nothing. Um, like I said, it has everything to do. These tax hikes have everything to do with trying to punish the rich because they're rich. And me being and I know you're probably not going to like this, but I'm just telling you this from a different perspective now, that the reason why I believe, me personally, why I personally believe Obama is because he was black. It has nothing to do with the fact that because, oh, he was in the Senate and this and that. It was because he's black, and blacks put him in office, and now they are mad because Obama is not doing for them. Um, if you really want to learn a lot, I said, if you really want to know exactly, if you want to learn a little bit more about it, I would suggest you look up Ferris, or I think it's old pastor Farrakhan. Um, they had an interesting article on him, and he was talking a lot of crap about Obama, being saying stuff like he's supposed to have been helping us. He's nothing but a porch monkey, or something along the lines of that. And yet I didn't hear anybody in any other news organization talk about that. No one else played it on the air except for Fox. But Fox is supposed to be evil news organization that spreads propaganda and stuff. Yet half the stuff that I see on Fox, no other news organization will ever report. They'll talk about how the Tea Partiers are angry mobs and they incite violence. Yet, I was just watching on Fox News today how they were talking about how they had these left-wing nuts who were talking about, oh, how they wipe the flag with their butt, and that they say, "God damn America, God damn the USA." Yet, I don't see any other news organization reporting that. Now, I don't know if you may think that that's small news, but in actuality, I don't think so. I think that's exactly showing exactly how the nation is and how it's divided. Um, as long as this man is in office, nothing's ever going to get done. He is trying to envision a nation where everybody's equal. And that's cool. I mean, that's what he wants. I mean, I have nothing. I mean, that's what he wants to do. And sure, that may work in his theory, in his mind, but it's not going to work. You know, um, I don't have a problem with rich people. Yeah, they're rich. Yeah, I may be mad at them because they're rich, because they had the opportunity to, they had an idea, and they had the opportunity to use that idea to further improve, you know, industry in the U.S. For one instance, Steve Jobs. Yeah, he's a rich guy. I mean, yeah, you know, people may think whatever they want of him, but you know, look at this iPad. Yeah, it's an inventive piece of, it's a marvelous piece of ingenuity. I mean, you know, I would have never thought of this. Now, am I going to get mad because, oh, he thought of this, he's rich and he's making all this money off of it? I should be mad at that? No, he had an idea. He, you know, went out. He went and said, hey, this, you know, we're going to try and do this, and you know, it makes money. And people like Michael Moore, who think that capitalism is wrong and that it shouldn't work and that, you know, we should give our money and spread it to all the other people. Did you know that there are some people who don't want to work? They don't mind people like you and myself paying our taxes so they can continue to live off of government assistance? If there's one thing that cripples this country, it's not the rich. It's people who who think that they are entitled to something. That's the real problem. It's entitlements. But if anyone talks about that, then they're wrong, or there could be something wrong with them, or you just don't know what you're talking about because you watch Fox News and all they do is they spread lies and propaganda. Whatever. Believe what you want. It's entitlement that is killing us. It's everybody who believes that the government should give them everything. People who who voted for Obama or who voted for whoever, it's a progressive thinking mind that people are owed something that they should not have to pay for anything because they are owed it. And there's that kind of thinking that gets people to hate on whatever, hate rich people because they're rich. Well, they shouldn't be rich. Well, if they're rich, I should be able to get some of the money that they earn. Why? You didn't come up with the idea. If you came up with the idea, you would have came up with it. You could have manufactured it. You could have sold it. It has nothing to do with all this other crap. So, you know, this tax hike, you know, it's a joke. It has nothing to do with taxing the rich. It has everything to do with trying to bring the rich down and try to make the rich look like a bad group of people, even though they are the top percentage of people who pay taxes in the U.S. This is a fact. I mean, I can't find the website, but I did have it at one time. But it is a fact that the top 3% of people who pay our taxes, you know, are rich. You know, they pay the highest percentage of tax. So to tax them more would be stupid because small businesses account for that top 2 or 3, whatever you want, 2 or 3%, doesn't matter. The small businesses account for that. Now, if you consider small businesses rich and you want to tax them, then you're not doing anything. All you're doing is you're crippling more of the economy. But, you know, if you want to go ahead and tax the rich, hey, go ahead. Small businesses, you want to tax them, go ahead. And, you know, I'm not going to care because, you know, people are going to be talking about, oh, how the rich this and how the rich that. And, you know, all these people have all this money and they need to spread the wealth, they need to do this, they need to do that. Yet I don't see anyone talking about how people who live out on the street or people who actually, you know, don't care about finding a job, you know, actually prefer to live off of the government because they make more money getting a government check than working. Did you know, I was watching on Fox News, Karina, that a beggar, they were doing a special on John Stossel about how homeless people, or just people who are, you know, people you see on the stand out on the side, who, you know, will, with the sign saying will work for food. Did you know that most of these people that do that live in a good neighborhood? I shit you not. I've actually seen this on TV, where these people go around and they dress up and they just, you know, just walk around with signs saying, well, what food. Some don't even do. They just sit down in the corner with a cup in their hand, or they'll walk around, you know, looking downtrodden poor, and people will give their money to them. And, you know, we have a lot of homeless people up here in Alaska, where I live, and when I see them with signs saying we'll work for food, it angers me, because if they can stand out there for 8 hours, then they can get a job. They actually asked a guy once, a homeless guy, if he would work flipping hamburgers. Now this guy's homeless, doesn't have a job, doesn't have nothing, and his response was, "I'm not gonna flip hamburgers. I'm too good for that." Well, how about construction? No, I don't want to do that because I stand too much. And I just couldn't believe the answers this guy was giving. He just did not want. This guy just did not care. He just didn't want to work. He'd rather get a handout. And that's basically what all these people talking about tax hiking the rich this, the rich that. It has nothing to do with the rich. It has everything to do with bringing the rich down so that they can make this, so that they can have equal pay just like the rest of us. It's all about social justice, economic justice. It's about equal for everybody, and it just doesn't work here. It does not work in the U.S. And call it ranting and raving, or call me, stupid or whatever. It just doesn't work. And that's just it. This doesn't work. And this tax hike is a joke. I hope, for our country's sake, that this idiot does not get reelected, because if he does, then we're going to be in worse shape than we are now. Our credit, our AAA bonding is, we're going to lose our AAA bonding if something isn't done about what is going on with our economy. And if you believe that tax hiking, if you believe that penalizing and taxing the rich more now is okay, then think about also those small businesses that are closing, because they are in that 3%. Small business owners are in that 3%. So you might want to think about that before you think it's okay to tax hike the rich.